Hi, today's video we are going to add some additional casement designs, casement windows to the contract that we created in the previous video. This time we're going to look at a few other options in terms of changing profiles, changing glass and that type of thing. Alright, so the first design that we want to add, so I'm going to reopen that contract. Remember we called that contract sample 01. When I go into that contract and I click on my design screen, I will see that was window 01 we designed. I can then use these blue navigation buttons at the top here. If I click on the next design, it'll open window 2, and if I click on the next design, it'll open window 3. So those are the three windows we designed in the previous video. Okay, what we're going to do now is we are going to design or add 3 additional windows to this contract. The windows that we want to add look as follows. So this is going to be window number 4. This would typically be a small bathroom window. So what I have is I have a window which is 900 wide by 900 high. A difference is that it no longer contains 4mm glass, it contains stipulite, STO4, which is a 4mm patterned glass normally used in bathrooms. And the other thing which is different is that my sash is not equal. I have my top part is only 300mm where the sash is, and the fixed pane below it is 600mm. So let's have a look at how to design that window in Starfront. So what we're going to do, we've got window 1, 2 and 3. I'm going to click on the add button. Let it save everything automatically for us. Add window number 4. The quantity is 1. The wind load is still 1000. Installation we're not worrying about. We choose Crealco windows. We then choose the Swift 28 system as we have up to now. Once again, I'm sticking with a standard 28mm frame. I'm not making a side light at this stage. And then choosing my frame, remember what the drawing looks like. All I have on this drawing is one transom that runs all the way through. Okay, so let's have a look for that frame. What we're going to do is we're going to choose that frame, obviously. It's a frame with a single transom running through. So I choose that frame, it puts in all my information. But remember that your Swift 28 window defaults to CF04. And we want to design this using stipulite. So what I'm going to do is straight away I'm going to change my default glass to ST04, which is the formal stipulite. Okay, and that will, on the right hand side, you can see that will automatically put stipulite into both of those panels. Then I need to set the dimensions. So the overall width is 900, use your tab key. The overall height is 900, use your tab key. Now by default, the program will automatically put this transom in the center of that window. And if I want to change it, then what I can do is I can utilize H1 and H2, which represents basically the position of that transom, to adjust it. So what I do is I click on H1. We said we wanted H1 to be 300. I then push the tab key. So I've got a 300 at the top and I've got 600 at the bottom. Alright, now what I can do is I need to put my top hung into that. Obviously it's going to be into opening number 1 because that's at the top. So I go to my inserts, I select opening number 1. What type of insert do I want to put in there? Once again I just choose the first item, which is the top hung sash. Category, there is only one category, and I use just a single top hung sash. So there now I've got my dimensions. I've got a 900 by 900 window with a 300mm top light and a 600mm fixed pane below it. And that corresponds to the design that we wanted. So that's great. I can check my design. Okay, no error messages. Click on the add button, it saves everything, and I'm on to my next window. So this is going to be window number 5. Let's show you what we're trying to achieve with window number 5. Window number 5, I want to create the following window. Okay, it's a 1200 wide window by 1500 high is the overall height. And then there's 1 million that runs all the way from top to bottom. And on the right hand side, I've got 2 top hung sashes over a fixed panel. I can see I've got CF04 in each of those panels, and it must be designed using the Swift 28 system. The million is sitting in the middle, so that is perfect. All right, how do we design that window? So window number 5, there's one of at 1000 pascals, no installation. Once again, Crealco windows, Swift 28 category. Again, I'm using a standard outer frame, and the frame that I want to use is once again my 2x1 frame. Only the vertical mullion is running all the way through from the one side to the other. The overall height of this frame is going to be 1500. Okay, so there I've got a 1200 by 1500. And I want to put my sashes on the right hand side, so I must choose my opening. Now, as soon as I put my inserts in, the program is going to give me a warning. It's telling me that the frame mullion selected in cell 1 will exceed the maximum allowable deflection for the specified wind loading. Okay, so it's telling us quite a lot of information. The mullion that belongs to the frame, so obviously we're talking about this mullion here, in cell 1 means it's the first mullion that it came across in this design, will exceed the maximum allowable deflection. That maximum deflection is the length of the mullion divided by 175. And if you don't understand that, you need to go back and watch the wind load and deflection videos. I think those are lessons 1 and 2. Okay. The section that I've chosen has got an inertia of 2.33, but you require an inertia of 6.18. So this ties up lessons, videos 1 and 2, which is explaining to you the regulations in terms of wind load and deflection of profiles. If you say, okay, fortunately what Starfront says is Starfront will automatically set the correct mullion. So Starfront has gone and automatically changed this mullion for us. And I'll show you in a moment where you can go and see what that mullion has changed to. Now I can go in, I can carry on with my insert, and I say into opening number 2. Remember, on my sashes on the right, I want to put in top hung sashes, standard top hung sash, and I'm going to use this insert 2 top hung sashes over a fixed pane. Alright, so there are my designs. I've managed to do that, and the program has detected that this mullion is going to exceed the maximum allowable deflection, and it changes it. So where does it actually change it? Well, under my frames menu here, or frame section of the screen, I've got a second tab which says frame options. And if I go into frame options, these are the actual profiles that are going to be used on this design. And if I click on mullion, you'll see that the program has automatically put in a 54mm mullion for me, which there's a drawing of what that 54mm mullion looks like. Now just remember that that mullion extends onto the inside of that window. So if you're planning to put burglar bars or a blind inside that window, just understand that the heavy duty mullion is going to protrude to the inside of that window. If I was to go and change it back to a standard mullion, which looks like that, every time I check the design, the program is going to tell me that the mullion is going to fail, and it will automatically set it back to the 54mm mullion. So that is something you cannot change. All right, the program will force the correct mullion in, because that is a legal requirement of the National Building Regulations. All right, so that was the purpose of this design, was to show you the process of Starfront correcting the mullion that fails due to its deflection, and how you can see what mullion has been put into that situation. All right, and then the third design that we want to do is the following one. Okay, so this doesn't look like anything different, but there is something quite different about it. And that is that it's an 1800 wide window by 1500 high, but these sashes, you will see the sash sizes are different to the fixed panel at the bottom. All right. These sashes are designed in such a way, if you look at the glass sizes, 480.5 by 480.5, 480.5 by 480.5. So all 4 pieces of that glass are the exact same size. Now, that is what we call a standard sash size. And in this design, I'm going to show you how to set your sash size as standard. Alright, so let's get rid of that design. Remember, it's 1800 by 1500 and it's got 2 mullions running through. So, let's start our new design. We're going to call this window 06. There is going to be one window like this. It's going to be at a wind load of 1000. We're not worrying about installation at the moment. So we choose Crealco windows, we choose Swift 28, we choose a normal Swift 28 frame. Now when we choose the frame, we want to use this frame. So remember I said there are 2 mullions that run all the way through from the one side of the frame to the other side of the frame. So we choose that. Our overall width is 1800 and our overall height is 1500 on this. Now what you can do is, if you're worried or think that the mullions are going to fail, and you will learn pretty quickly at what point and at what wind load those mullions fail, at this point I can click on the check button. The program will tell me the mullion will fail, but Starfront will fix those mullions for me automatically. So now I've got that problem out the way. If I check it again now, it's not going to fail, because remember the program has gone in and it's put in your 54mm mullion for you automatically there. So that frame is now right. Now what I need to do is I need to set these sashes to the right size. So I can have a look at my drawing, and I can see that the position of that transom must be 574.4. So I can go into width 1 and I make it 574.4. Okay. Now you have to work left to right or top to bottom. So if we just have a look at the dimension of that next panel, next panel is 651.2. So I can go into width 2 and make it 651.2. And then width 3 is 574.4. Okay, so I can manually set those dimensions. The height, I only have one overall dimension, which is 1500. Okay, I can check if my frame is still alright. Yes, we haven't caused any problems. Now I can go and put in my sashes. Now remember, I'm going to have to do 2 lots of inserts. I'm going to have to do a lot of inserts on the left hand side, and I have to do inserts on the right hand side. So I start off, I say opening number 1, which is the left hand side. It's top hung sashes, it's a standard top hung sash. It's 2 top hung sashes over a fixed panel. But by default, when I put those 2 top hung sashes over a fixed panel in, you will notice that dimensions Y1, Y2 and Y3 are all 480. So what that tells the program is that make those 3 panels exactly the same size. And that's not what we wanted. We wanted to set these sashes to what we call a standard height. Now if you use this button here, next to the sizes in millimeter, is a button with an equal to size sign on it. And if you stop on it, it says set sash sizes equal. If you click on that button, you will see what the program is going to do is it makes Y1 545, Y2 559, and Y3 337. And you can see from the drawing now that it has made those 2 sashes exactly the same size. When you're working with those dimensions Y1, Y2 and Y3, dimension Y1 is always from the outer edge of the sash to the center of that transom. And Y2 is from the center of the transom to the center of the transom. So in fact you need half a transom width added to dimension Y2 to keep those sash sizes equal. But Starfront makes it easy for you. You can just simply click on that equal to button and then it will set those sash sizes equal. Now I need to do the same. I need to put my sashes on the right hand side. So I can use my add insert, my green plus button. Opening number 3 this time, I'm going to put in top hung sashes, and I'm going to put 2 top hungs over a fixed. You can see now the difference between the sashes on the left and the sashes on the right. But if I once again set sash sizes equal, it will make all of my sash sizes equal. Now there I've got a design such that all 4 pieces of glass are exactly the same size. And when we start looking at some advanced design features, I'll explain to you the importance of things like setting your sash sizes equal. But for now, as long as you understand the process that is required to make those changes. Alright, so guys, once again, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you've learned something today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and we'll see each other again soon.